Prime time, live and direct and full effect. Madison Square Mellow, 62 in the net. Spirit of a hustler, but hustling right. Never
Hey, check this out. This 106 and Dangerous. Prime time live at its best, man. I got my partners in the building, man. This is the Dunn. Got my boy Gary Watkins in here. Shout out to that boy Wayne Woodard for the save, man. Man, this is just a beautiful thing, man. Brad Jam is going on and making it's so much talent in the building right now, man. I got my people from the Clutch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen my partner in a minute, man. Seen him last night at my boy Bob's show. And, you know, I see my boy Maxx a lot, so you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, check this. I got my partner Sabir and my boy Maxx in here. What's going on?
What's good, man? Happy to be back, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
Man, hey, man, it's a blessing. I appreciate y'all coming, though. Like, bro, it's one thing to be here, but people pulling up is a different thing, you know? People will say, hey, man, I'm coming. Shit, you don't see this. You don't see nobody. So, man, hey, love that, man. Appreciate that, bro, because as we grow, we all grow together, man. So, like, check this out, man. Sap, what's been going on?
Man, life, bro. You know what I mean? Put out an album this week.
Okay.
Space to Grow.
Okay.
Just did literally brag jam. I can't even talk straight right now, but yeah. So, man, I'm happy that I get a second to breathe, man, and then the real work starts. So, yeah, for sure.
Man, so what did you perform at Brad Jam, man? What you let go of?
Man, we did 18 songs? 18 songs in an hour. Yeah, in 1 hour. Yeah, it's like that.
Phenomenal album, phenomenal show.
Bro, you was in the gym?
Bro, I'm telling you.
For sure.
I literally posted on my story. I left it all out on the floor. I left it on the floor. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Max, what's been going on with you, bro?
Not much, man. Just staying locked in. You know, y'all see me in the gym. You know, getting them reps in, and equally doing that in the studio when I can. So, you know, slow growth.
You out here got the women going crazy over the thigh muscle, bro.
Oh, man. hey, we do what we can, brother.
Going crazy
we do what we can, brother.
Let's go crazy. Like, Max got these women going crazy on this shit, man.
That's insane.
Hey, yo. But check this out, man. Shout out my partner, Max. I want to apologize to him because our boy Sims lost the footage.
Oh, nah, man.
Lost the footage. The footage crashed, man.
Hold on, y'all did something already?
Yeah, so we had cut an episode, and then you know, we had some technical difficulties, but you know, like we always say, there are no mistakes. Everything in proper timing.
Facts.
Yeah. So everything happens how it's supposed to.
If you can do it again, it ain't a fluke.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Facts. So Max, let's talk about let's talk about like that little what we mixed out on. Tell them the project was that we missed out on because
let's see, what was that project? I want to say wow, okay, so that was a minute ago. So at the time that was my debut project, work in progress.
Okay.
Since then I've actually put out a few. I got Excuse Me for Being Romantic and Intimate Encounters. That's been my most recent one. So, you know, just slow and steady wins the race.
Them some hellified names. What Intimate Encounters?
Yeah. You know, cause my whole thing is that, like, you gotta hit them where they are. So some people, they need a little motivation. They need something to get them up out of bed, get them energized. Some people, they need something to set the mood when they're with their lady. But also within it all, you gotta put those little reminders. Know what you're doing. Be conscious in your movements.
Pay attention,
and whatever you do.
So Sal, what inspired this project though, man?
Space to Grow. It's a personal journey. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I've carved out space for me to just kind of figure out myself more, figure out how I think and what kind of thoughts are not serving me. Maybe they served me at one time and they outdated. So I'm in the process of updating my operating system.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
Hey,
reboot.
That's really what it is. And so unpacking all of that, that's the album. And so from here, I'm really excited about where I can take it. I mean, Space to Grow is about, I mean, a lot of times you only grow as much to the size of your container. And when you think about the unknown and the infinite possibilities out there, it's unlimited growth potential too. So, yeah.
Hey, man, my partner always gonna hit y'all with some, the mind, pop y'all. Hey.
Oh, man.
So what's been going on with the Clutch though?
Clutch Factory, man, we got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of good energy. We're going to start doing community events here in the near future. We put together a listening session when we dropped the album, and there was way more support than I even knew was going to be in the building. Right. And so I just want to build off of that. I want to throw some pretty unique community events where, obviously around the themes and the things that I'm really passionate about, but finding ways to bring us together, have fun, and also, talk about some growth too.
Ooh, shout. So how you feel about hoops this year?
Hoops, man, shoot. Let me ask you this, because I feel like
it's open conversation.
The Bronny nepotism conversation, man. Like, where we at with it?
I'm not mad. I feel sad for him because no kid deserves to go through that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan's second son was actually a tight enough. Could have really did something like this. Yeah. But they suspended University of Central Florida's basketball team his senior year. Yeah. So bro had won the state championship in Chicago. So I was
wondering what happened with him, because I was like, if anybody had the name enough to do some nepotism,
it was MJ. Yeah. So I'm not mad at it at all, bro. I just feel like, bro, I'd rather him. You can't control how it's gonna happen, bro. He was the 56th pick in the draft, bro. He's really playing like that pick. You feel me? Mind you, it was other motherfuckers better now. Yeah. It was folks in the draft that didn't get drafted. You feel me? But what's that thing the old folks say? It ain't what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? So
here's how I see it. So there's obviously, I think, some nepotism involved, especially with him securing a contract, which you don't really get a contract that early. Right. But my thing is that nepotism is usually for the benefit of the, of the person coming up. Mm-hmm. I think this was more for LeBron at this very moment. Now, if Bronny stays in the league and he doesn't deserve to be in the league past this moment for Bron, to really make history and just play with his son for the first time. So I think that's more of it. If it's for the dad, it's not really nepotism. It's to submit his legacy, you know what I'm saying? And so he made it happen because that was a dream. Bronny's never been it's a dream to play with my dad.
Right.
But
Bron said
that. Yeah. So I feel like this was more for LeBron, so I can't really call it true nepotism. Now, if Bronny stinks these next few years and then gets another contract, then I'll say, okay, maybe that.
Yeah. And what's crazy about that, piggybacking off what you said, bro, the thing is with that is D-Wade's son, Sair, he made, I don't know, it was not the Trent, I don't know, the other one, the oldest one that went to play for the Utah, Wade guys were staking the Utah Jazz. The other son tried out for the Jazz, bro. He made the G League. And he made the roster for a minute, but he didn't last. You feel what I'm saying? So, same shit.
If Bronny goes through that, now I wish the best for him. If he's killing it and deserves to be in the league, he deserves to be in the league. Right. But if he doesn't and he still stays in the league after that, then I know LeBron is really pulling some strings.
I mean, bro, LeBron James has the greatest NBA career of all time. Bro, this shit is a cinematic movie. You feel me? From being called King James, the chosen one, as a shit. Hell, he was a junior that was calling him the chosen one. Yeah. Hell, I remember the whole Hummer H2 issue. Remember that shit? Yeah. They bought him a Hummer H2. He was driving a Hummer H2 when this was even out yet. He was driving at the school. Yeah. Shit, man, bro, went to Miami. Not one, not two, not three. You know what I'm saying? And he only has what, 4?
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for
Bron. I respect, bro.
He's not nearly my favorite player, but I got a lot of respect for him. And the longevity, man. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your body, you know what I'm saying, to play at the highest level for that long of a time.
Yeah. MJ body wasn't like that, bro. MJ barely was dunking on the Wizards. But remind you, MJ took 2-3 years off. Yeah. And was the GM of the, you know what I'm saying, the owner and GM of the Wizards. But, man, this boy LeBron, man. Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
From the outside looking in, I don't understand where all the hate comes from, because it seems like there's so much
hate on.
There's so much speculation on why he's not, or he doesn't qualify for that GOAT title, or even
he absolutely qualifies. Yeah. People who say he don't qualify, I don't respect that at all. Okay, but there's definitely some, you know what I'm saying, I think some dissenting arguments against or why you would not, I guess, not like LeBron. I mean, yeah, he's definitely pulled a lot of strings in his career.
Sure.
And I think that LeBron has put together the teams he wanted, and then when they failed, he just disowned all the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It looks like that.
to save his legacy. You know what I'm saying? So
Cause
like,
I felt
you gotta
like,
stand
bro,
on that.
when they won the bubble chip with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee as the bigs, and who they had out there, a couple other random people. Shit, I feel like with Rondo out there, if he would have kept Rondo and just plugged and played where he was at with Rondo on the team, kept Dwight, kept JaVale, kept the bigs because shit, you need somebody to beat up on Joker.
Yeah. Well, you know, they panicked after they lost in 2021 and felt like they needed to blow it up. But really, LeBron and AD were both hurt that year. Yeah, they shipped out Kuzma, all them out.
It's a crazy thing though. But man, some people it's hard for me as a playing basketball and stuff like that. It's hard for me to forget Kobe. You feel me? And and I feel like they always just supersede Bron past Kobe. And I'm like, nah. Cole was a monster now. Like, let's not forget this shit, man. This man is the clone of MJ. Come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody going Kobe.
And then when I talk about just even tying it back to the music, like Kobe has with the mentality. A lot of what my album is about is a mental shift, and Kobe was the trademark that with the moment mentality. And so I even think about how Kobe, man, he embraced dark emotions too.
Facts.
Where like he would have a room where he walked in and it was surrounded by things that made him feel bad because he wanted to understand that I am strong enough to handle any emotion. And so that's why I used to laugh like when Kobe would talk about playing away versus playing at home, and he was just like, basketball is basketball. I thought that was just like a fun, like a good sounding quote. But really he was saying that the game doesn't change based on whether people are cheering for me or booing for me. You know what I'm saying? And you see some players, they go, they shoot 8 for 10 at home and then go away and the away crowd is booing them and then they shoot, like 1 for 8, And Kobe was like, the game doesn't change based on if people are cheering, if, people love me, if people hate me, the game is still the same. And so that's something that I've been trying to take to life.
I love that. I love that sound. That's beautiful, man. I heard Melo say that about the 62. The 62 points, you feel me? It was a hate 62. They was up in the stands with Plasty said was up in the stands with the trash bags on. You feel me? They was booing, bro. And bro just snapped. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You take that energy and just turn it into a positive. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like, where do you get your motivation from in the gym, though? I want to talk about that because that's, like, inspirational, bro, because people may watch that and be like, bro, I need to get in the gym, too. You know what
I'm one of them.
Shit. Look, bro, I just ran 2 miles yesterday, bro. I used to do that shit easy. Bro, I stopped one time and I was like, damn, bro, what happened? What did I do? Like, what did I do to get right here? So I was like, bro, I got to just dedicate myself back to it again.
Most definitely. Every thing that I do extends from my process of really just working out the thoughts that are in my head. As a creative, as a neurodivergent, they call it, as somebody with ADHD, I constantly have thoughts that are incessantly on a reel in my head. And for me, I've always found, I learned this through therapy growing up as a child, that my physical space is a direct representation of what my mental environment looks like. So practices as far as like making sure that my house is clean, making sure that I pick up certain things, because if I have certain reminders that things are out of order, more than likely there's something that I'm missing, there's something that I'm overlooking. That's when the overwhelm comes into play. And what I found is, again, those slow steps, slow and steady wins the race. I believe in the tortoise, not the hare, because along the way, if you take your time, I don't know if you're a walker, but when you're driving in a car, you're so focused on where you're going, you don't see the things that you're driving past. Whereas when you walk, you're able to see these little things that you're able to take note of. And taking note of them, you're able to build on the things that you already understood and put those things into place. So it's just as simple as, you go to the gym, you start off with one exercise, and then you're like, okay, that feels good, but I feel like I could challenge myself more. Let me make it more complex. So it's just going to the gym, I use those pieces to add to my repertoire in other places. Man. So, yeah.
That's hard, bro.
That's hard as fuck. I
appreciate that, bro.
That's fine as fuck, man. So what kids take note of that? Because that shit, man, boy, that was like, man, that put me in a perspective, like, man, because I'm an ADHD kid, so I was like, damn, that makes perfect sense. Like, because, like, if certain things are out of whack, I feel like my whole day is out of whack. You feel what I'm saying? So I have to adjust it early, bro, and make sure everything just goes level. Cause like today, like that threw me off. I'm looking around like, bro, ain't no way, bro. The power just go out like, but you know what I'm saying? But adjustment. So I called like, hey, bro, don't sit back and think about it. I'm working on this thing too, bro, about being proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like if something happens, like I want to be 10 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? So that goes from like a light going out in your car or a bad tire or your brakes are bad. Buy those things before so when it comes, you just throw it on and just keep pushing.
Actually, to piggyback off that real quick, something that I've really been dialing in on is understanding that the reaction is okay sometimes. Like you're not gonna be perfect.
Right.
9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10. The reality is that we are going to deal with emotions. The only thing is an important piece is not to react in those emotions, not to take action out of that emotion, to wait till the emotion passes. Like I read once or I heard once that an emotion is a second, a mood is a day, an attitude is a month, and a mindset is a lifetime. So as long as you dial in on that emotion and what you're feeling at that point in time, again, when you have ADHD, like it feels like the end of the world sometimes.
Facts.
So in that moment, you really have to wrestle with yourself and understand, nah, this is what I'm feeling. I'm supposed to be feeling this. I'm okay to feel this way. So now that I've forgiven myself from that, I assess what I have going on in front of me, and then I make my move accordingly so that way I don't regret having acted out of that emotion, knowing that it wasn't the best viable choice for myself. In that.
Tough, man. We've been getting the science. Max, the
I want
scientist.
to go back with you on that month date, second
Yes,
year.
talk about it.
Yeah, I need to put that in my notes.
Yeah, that is some
Bro,
go
it's
shit.
helped me so much because, like, as a pretty animated guy, I could find myself getting really charged by certain situations, conversations, interactions, and in those moments, I would go ahead and make a move, and then afterwards, I'd be, why did I do that, man? Like, I know that wasn't me. I didn't show up the way that I want. And then what I realize is I can't go back and change it, but I can rearrange it so that way I can apply that change better in the future. So again, forgive yourself for the mess you made, clean up the mess, and put things in order so that way the mess either doesn't happen, or when it does happen, you're better versed in how to tackle feeling about that.
Indeed.
Bars. That mindset. So, Sal, back to you. I'll put it to you. Sal, what is the lead single off the new joint?
So we had put out at the top of the year, just on some, New Year resolution. You Can Be the One, and I think that was a great song to lead off with. That's the only song that came out before the album. And so it's really groundbreaking, talking about your role, your responsibility in reversing negative cycles. And so a lot of times, I think it's easy to think about the things that are holding you back, or X, Y, and Z. But you got to realize, one, that everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. You know what I'm saying? And so a circumstance is just a circumstance. It's not good or bad. We love to say, label things good or bad, you know what I'm saying, versus saying that this is what it is and this is who I am, you know what I'm saying? And so if you have that mindset that I am the one that is responsible for my result, then things start to change after that. And so that's just been something I've been trying to embrace. And I think that's a great lead off to the Space to Grow concept in general.
Oh, man, that's dope.
You can be the one.
That's tough. So, Sal, where were you when you got the call that said, you'll be a part of Bragg Jam? What were you doing? What were you doing?
It's actually crazy because
what were you doing? Yeah.
I was on Instagram, and Bragg Jam's Instagram page, they had liked my story. I don't remember what I posted, but I posted I think it was something music related, and they had liked my story. And I was actually talking to Ash, who does a lot of my video, and we were on the phone. I said, "Hey, Bragg Jam just like my story." I was like, "They need to book me for a full set this year." Nice. And the next day they called me. So
powerful manifest. You manifest the fuck out of that, dude.
And it happened.
You manifest the hell out of that. Damn.
Alchemy, bro.
Yeah.
For real,
in a real way.
For sure. Transmute that energy.
What?
Like
you did that. So man, the last 2 projects, man, what was the lead singles off them too? Piggybacking off that. Talk to them so we can catch up, man.
So to be real, the last 2 projects I did, I didn't even throw anything out ahead of time. It was just more so man, I got this. I got to get it out. I'm not even going to, against my team's wishes, I'm not even going to prep the oven. I'm just, hey, hey, it's out there. Check it out. Let's see how y'all like it. And my thought process in doing that was more so I didn't want anything to lure them in. I wanted them to naturally find those projects because of what the context of those projects were.
Okay.
I feel like there are certain things, at least as far as my music goes, that I do want to focus on, but I do want people to naturally find like what type of vein of my music that they resonate with.
Cause you really like a blues R&B type feel, dog. That's dope in this time, bro. Because we need R&B. We really need R&B because you can get confused. You can confuse rap and R&B with one another right now in this age, you know.
It's an interesting time because I love where we're at right now because it gives us the ability to kind of fuse sounds in a way that is a little more forgiving than it used to be. I feel like you had pretty rigid lines as far as where you could venture as a particular type of artist. Now I think that you can kind of experiment a little. Don't get me wrong, fan bases are still a little fickle. That's always going to be the case because people like what they like. They find you there. They want to consistently find you there. But I do think that ultimately the R&B space has more avenues than it ever has. What I will say is that I wish that there was a lot more of, even in terms of what me and Saab talk about all the time, I appreciate and I'll say this to you directly, I appreciate the fact that you make music that I can really apply, number one, but also I can take the people and in them listening to it, they can also further apply certain things. There's gems in it and there's applicable reminders in there as far as like things that I can put into action to maybe make my life better. On top of the fact that I feel like we need to get out of this romanticization of toxicity and dysfunction, because I personally feel like frankly meaning in music is probably at the top of my priority list. When I write my lyrics, a lot of times songs might come to me naturally as like, oh, I'm gonna write this about a girl or write this about sex or a night of hedonistic fun or whatever. But then as I think deeper about it, I'm like, how is this message gonna fall on the ears of the person who might need this song written a different way? So at that point I start thinking about how do I unpack this and how do I dive a little bit deeper to drive a message home melodically in a way that while the message may be serious, they can, dance their way into a deeper understanding, if that makes sense.
Hey man, that's far again.
Myself, like I value making turn up the song music, but it's also turn up your life music too.
Most definitely. I like that. Turn up your life music for sure.
Hey, and it's needed, man. So let's talk about the joint you got with young brother DK on Mix.
Oh yeah.
The Dadager had us all tagged in that thing.
Okay.
So I had to ask about it.
Yeah, man, that song actually was a true baby of Kareem's. So that's my A&R.
Oh man.
And so I mean, that song has been through a lot of different iterations, and it started off one way and it morphed into a totally different product. But it was a song that he was really a concept that he was really passionate about. Even to the point where I was at one point, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull it off. But we got with his brother Alaz, and he ended up
another goat.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah, he ended up doing two versions of the beat, and the second version of the beat just, oh man, it just blew us away in a way that I knew that it was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And that it was no question about it. Before it was kind of in the air, but it was one where we got DK on it. He slid, you know what I mean? Like,
as usual,
he's got a lot of motion going on down in FAMU, man, and so I was happy to get a verse from him during this time period because I know he's really busy. He has a lot going on, but that's also part of why that verse came out the way it did. So I was able to kind of bottle up a moment in time that and put it in, over 8 bars. And then the lies, man, there are people who are coming to me telling me, like, I'm not even probing, and I told him this, like, I'm giving them the album is 16 songs, and people were saying, I'm like, what do you think about the album? But it's like, why do lies have to do it like that, man? And like, it's like, that's the first takeaway, like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's man, crazy. Yeah.
Speaking of him, bro, check this out, bro. He did a 106 and Dangerous performance, like, probably about last month, bro. Bro, I be looking at that thing, I be like, bro.
Is it out?
Bro, No, we trying to. I gotta give him a clean version of it because I played with it. You know what I'm saying on one. But it's uploaded right now on YouTube. All I gotta do is tag it and just let it go.
Okay.
But bro, I was gonna put it out next week. The one he wanted. You feel me? Because bro, man, you know, just the visual of it. You feel me? Like the scene of it is it's magical, bro. Yeah. Like it's magic. You feel me? The magic's jumping off. I'm like, damn, bro, that man's special. And then he gave me the backstory of the $20 budget was like cold. You feel me? Yeah. And the other song I can't think of is but this shit is cold, bro. He's cold, bro. Yeah, he's cold as fuck. Yeah.
There's certain people who you interact with and you meet that you just that have an energy. You know, some people call it vibe, some people call it aura, but you know, I
he
can
definitely
say
has
that
an aura, bro.
There are people like this brother sitting next to me, Allah's. You know, pretty much everybody over there at Clutch. But it's
good
some,
energy,
it's
man.
It's some. I don't even want to say hidden gems because I think I just told you this just the other day. Like I say all the time, we already there. They don't even know we cooking up in the basement, and that we already in the building. They messed up letting us in, and we about to take
speak
over.
of the Clutch last night, bro, and I was telling I was at the barbershop today, bro. I'm speaking of the Clutch. I'm telling them about y'all guys and whatnot. I was just like, bro, I was like, these bros are really, they talking like, well, why nobody ain't made it from making? I was like, bro, we got motherfuckers really made it. It's like, it's not what you like. It's not your vision of it. You feel me? It's not like a fleet of car. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Some crap, but it's a different style of it. You know what I'm saying? And I was speaking of y'all. I was like, bro, you know, my people are like it, bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as musically and sonically. I listened to it like a project. Somebody tagged me in it and said it was well put together. I did the old school thing. I listened to like one song. I skipped to like 1 minute and 50 seconds. I did it again, and it was like it was trash, bro. It was fucking trash, bro. I'm just be real with you, bro. It was the flow. The flow was repeatedly used. It was like I was like, bro, it's no message here, bro. It's like what they say about Tupac. He looked at the Sharif roll. Man, it's not enough meat in this month. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga gave me a bake? I was like, bro, and they was and you know people are enabling that, and I'm like, bro, that shit is garbage, bro. And I don't want to come. I told him like, hey, bro, you need to go back in the gym. I just said it like that, bro. Get back in the gym, bro, because that's a brick.
We all start somewhere. You know what I will say is we all start somewhere, but part of that is and we all start the fact that we all start somewhere. There's space to grow.
Right, it's room for improvement.
Right. But what I will
y'all
say is
sit
that
with that boy all night, boy, because shit.
I also will touch on the fact that going back to the meaning in the music, I don't think that people have meaning in the music because I don't think that people found their identity in terms of what they want to say in the first place.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
You hear a lot of these artists and, you know, I hear this narrative being pushed all the time when I introduce people to my music or music as a whole is talked about.
Little bro, let her in. She can come in. Oh yeah, okay, bet. What's that?
We don't people don't make R&B music anymore. Like R&B is dead. And in my mind, I'm sitting here like, no, there's a vast amount of R&B, but the problem is that it's either something in the music that you don't resonate with, or you're not understanding what it is that you're supposed to receive from this or how it's supposed to feel. And it's the same way that if it's a historical thing too, like back in the day when it came to black people as slaves, like they would introduce us to the information, but they would give us the information in a way where we would hate the reception of the information to the point where new information we would push away. So I think that there's this natural inherent bias when it comes to new things or things that aren't necessarily pushed to the forefront of the mainstream, where people are like, oh, I don't necessarily resonate with that because that doesn't feel the way that I feel like I'm supposed to feel in the music. I don't know if I articulated that right.
You did, because, man, they haven't found their sound yet, man.
Yeah.
It's because, like, they're so busy emulating what they hear, and they put it out, and, like, because it's sounding, you haven't found yourself within it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but they still don't. I feel like, man, I wouldn't put nothing out that's trash, bro. I would wait until like the peers be like, bro, now you ready.
But as an artist, dog, I can tell you there's things that I made, there's songs that I made, and the first month that I listened to the song, I'm like, yo, that's him right there, right? Early. And then I come back to it now, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what I was on when I made that, bro. And I think that's why you also have to number one, have confidence and conviction in terms of what you're doing and what you how you want to present it. But also you have to be comfortable enough with having your ego checked a little bit. You got to be humble in yourself. Like, shout out to homie Kareem. Like, if it wasn't for people like him and him specifically, there would be a whole lot less great music out here, because there isn't that iron to sharpen the iron as far as the music goes prior to its release. You know, you need that critique sometimes, because there is a difference between gold and diamond for a reason. Facts. You know.
But see, like, y'all have with Kareem, y'all have the triangle offense. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all have, it's like it's the triangle. You feel me? Like, with some people don't have it. I spoke on a person earlier today. They have all the neons. You know what I'm saying? Me and Wayne talk. They have all the pieces, but it's just not, the top piece is not connecting. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, yeah, that is a piece, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, everybody doesn't have that, because, like, man, the shit, man, I was like, bro, the shit they be trying, like, pushing on me and be trying, like, hey, man, listen, you think it's hard? And I'd be like, bro, I'll just say, get back in the gym. That's my thing. Get back in the gym.
Tell them to get you a Kareem.
But shit, if I tell them
get you a Kareem around.
See, man, that may be fighting words. You know, big bro told me that.
Hey, I'll let you in, but I can't tell you his race or whatever. You'll have to talk to him about that. You know what I mean? Start sending on that.
He'll tell you it's trash for free.
Yeah.
He'll tell you for free. It ain't it.
Yeah, hey, and everybody, and that's the thing. And everybody is so sensitive to be like, the fact where, like, hey, bro, you may not need to put that out. Everybody's like a yes man, and you know what I'm saying? And when you have somebody that be like, hey, bro, that shit is booty, bro. Throw that, you feel me? Like, you need that, bro. Folks, man, it's not the same no more, man. I heard Andre 3000 talk about that, man. He talked about Future being in the studio, just rapping. And then it finally carved out to the Future we know and people like. You know what I'm saying?
But you hear stories like that all the time. Beethoven didn't even like him at first and was like, yeah, why you got me in here with this dude?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, what is this?
Shit, but hey, man, the boy lit a fire. Mm-hmm. He lit a fire, and he sent the back signal out, and they jumped on Drake. If you think about it, they oop Drake.
So
they oop Drake to that shit.
So when it comes to the culture as a whole, that's one thing that I will say. I just wish that we were just as hype about the camaraderie as we were about the adversity.
Facts,
you know,
facts.
I feel like there's a lot of times when we celebrate being pitted against each other, but we don't necessarily congratulate or groom an environment where we can really pat each other on the back and be like, bro, you did that shit for real, bro. Like,
because at the end of the day, it's competition, bro. It's really competition. It's just like, man, my jumper is better than yours.
But like,
you feel me?
After every game I played, we shook the other team's hand. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's the part that I'm like, why does it have to be like, you know?
It doesn't have to be fuck y'all.
No,
it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't. I felt like that was the game where it was needed. I mean, I knew Kendrick could do it, but I felt like that was the reset button on the game. Because
it excited things.
Because you got to think, that's what 50 did to Ja Rule. That was the reset button. You know what I'm saying? That was a reset button on it. You know what I'm saying? Reset button on it. But the next thing, man, I want to talk about, bro, so is that available on all streaming networks?
Yeah, it's out now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you want to bless us with something? I mean, both of y'all. Y'all want to bless us with something, man?
Oh man, so
how you feeling?
I got a verse on the album.
You got the gold shades on, just like
gold shades out. You know what I'm saying? I got a verse on the album. It's called Big Buggy, and it's pretty foundational. So it goes like, my moment.
Hold on, let me stop. Hold on, we got to stop the music. Hold on, let me get you right. You can't let you just come out here, goddamn.
When I rap this verse, I don't hear nothing else, so I won't even.
I don't know. Hell no, you my partner. There's another oop.
For sure.
Like, whenever you're ready, you want to acapella or you want me to play the song?
Acapella.
I bet. Say less.
It's my moment. It's Kodak. My opponent better know that. I spent hot summers with a cold rap. I've been winning for a long time. My jersey is a throwback. Harder path, but I chose that. This JV, where the pros at? C10 marks where my toes at, but they been talking. Locked in, now the pen talking. See the wave, wanna get on it, so they bug the team, but we been off it. Young artists, I got daps for them. They wanna know my favorite platform. That's every stage, that's every show. I had it packed for them. My live show, you can't live scroll. My timeline is on God mode. My blessings need a big buggy. This Sam's Club, this Costco. My presence got gifts for me. I'm running in God mode when you see the ensemble. You would think I had a one day in Cosmo. Ain't seen no one got those. I'm popping in due time. My life is a cruise line. I'm recently learning that I can accrue money, but I cannot accrue time. It's really concerning how they not affected whenever they burning and lose time. It's not an option, so I'm steady watching. I got to be certain to choose mine. I'm recently seeing that if you go master yourself, mountains will move for you. Gotta believe it, because I can go lead in the water, but can I get food for you? This is the reason you should be repeating the mantra. It's happening soon for you. It's happening soon for you. Just open and see that your gifts will make room for you. Gifts will make room for you. Yeah. Prime time.
Yes,
live.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, oh my God, man.
Big
Hey,
Buggy
man.
live. Prime time live.
I expect nothing less from that boy
Yeah,
Sap, man. Hey,
for
man.
sure.
I always
That's
tell folks we have the
crazy.
dopest hoop connection ever. You feel me? So, like, when he does that, I was like, damn, bro, that's killer, bro. Like, and folks need to hear that Sap, too, because how you craft your verse right there, man, folks is rapping the same, and it's, like, really getting aggravating. And you're not, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you being one of one, bro. Both of y'all, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts,
for sure,
facts,
for
facts,
sure.
bro. Gotta ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
South Sudan. They may pap the U.S. We may get tapped out game 2. We play them again.
Yo, we play them again?
Yeah, we got to play them again in August.
I ain't been super tight in. I know they play Serbia next, right?
Man, I'm going to tell you something, bro. Dumb cats.
Yeah, they balling.
Bro, that was... the world has caught up on us in basketball. Like, I'm just going to say that, bro. These boys were dunking. I'm talking about bink, 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 like counters to counters.
I do feel like Team USA probably wants to smack them if they see them again, though.
We only,
But they don't take nothing away from them, though.
yeah, like,
KD's going to be playing next time.
check this out. Guess who's coaching them? Lou Aldine.
Oh, he's coach, yeah.
He's their coach.
Yeah, he's big time as far as, I mean, I've been watching.
Saduki, you know.
Yeah, I've been watching what's been going on, too, with how South Sudan has even became a nation.
Yeah.
And the conflict and things like that, and how Luau, I mean, I think he played for England when he was in the league.
He did.
But South Sudan hadn't even, like, became their own nation at the time. So it's just interesting to just see, you know, how things play out, but also his role in bringing basketball to that culture and what it's done, the impact it's had.
Man, that's the truth. Man, these boys were done. I'm talking about, bro. Max, you ever seen the video game? Like, where it was like, folks, these boys is dunking like that. Yeah, it was like they were like that. And it took Bron to, you know, Bron had to hop in the time machine. He looked like Miami LeBron, and, you know what I'm saying, for them to win that game, bro. But like, man, what I can expect from you next, Max?
Let's see. I'm working on something right now. I was actually just chopping it up with the homie about titles just a second ago. But X next and now is my next my next thing. So
Another dope ass.
I got a little a Lucy that's actually dropping on Wednesday of next week, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna release the title on that. I'm doing a little something with the reveal on that over the next couple days. But
That's pressure.
But definitely check me out. Be on the lookout for.
Oh yeah, man, y'all boys get all your social medias out. You know what I'm saying, from left to right. You know.
Most definitely. Go ahead. Yeah. So it's Maxx C Bailey, MaxCBailey, on IG. Definitely check me out. I also got a secondary page for my other music that I do. Tophe Bailey, TOPHEBAILE. Check that out for some different vibes. Also, appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So for me, it's Sabir Official on all platforms that I use. So Sabir Official, so it's my name, SABIR, and then Official, that's the Instagram. I believe it's the TikTok. The TikTok has an underscore at the end, I believe. And then also the YouTube, which we're about to start putting a lot more stuff on. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, facts. I want to ask you more about Tree. You feel me? Like, how you been feeling about the tree industry right now? The marijuana before we leave out here.
Yeah. When it comes down to that, what I will say is, I think that we're headed in the right direction. I just think that, like with most things, it's going to get ugly before it gets good or better. I think we're gonna have to go through some hard times in terms of specifically Georgia trying to figure out what they're gonna do with this whole song and dance just because there's so much red tape and there's so many elbows that are rubbed together when it comes to the pharmaceutical industry, liquor industry, and the politicians. So there's a lot of lobbyists that are going to have to be replaced. There's going to have to be a lot of roadmaps built that weren't existent before. I do think that we'll get there, but I do think also that it's going to take a lot longer than people would imagine that it would, considering how close we are and how there we are in other places. So
Somebody told me that the THCA ban was like what you were telling me about not too long ago. Somebody told me recently that if that ban goes through, then they believe that means Georgia's closer to actually legalizing it altogether. I don't know if you.
I could see that, and that's why I feel like it's on its way. But I only feel hesitant about that because the only reason why they banned the THCA in the first place was because it looks, smells, tastes exactly the same. Unless you're looking at it under a microscope, you're really not going to be able to tell the difference if it's high quality. So I would even venture to say half of the stuff that people are smoking nowadays is probably THCA, came from a dispensary and everything, but they're selling it that way. So that way, say if I got 10 pounds of THCA in my car, police pull me over, they test it, oh, you got to let me go because it's not weed. Now we got a dude who's still out on the street doing their thing, but I can't say anything to Buddy. How do we get rid of this issue? We ban it all entirely. Wow. That way we can keep getting our money.
Man, message.
So, you know.
Money.
We'll see.
Hey, man, but, man, shout out to the people who sponsor these episodes, man. Shout out to Big Frida for sending the Crescent THC drinks in the mail today. Primetime Live, man. Dangerous Paradise TV, man. I'm the Don, man. Shout out to boy Gary Watkins Production in the building, man. This has been a dope episode with my boy Sabir and my boy Maxx, man. Hey, this was dope. This will be out soon, man. Primetime Live. Dangerous Paradise TV, Sabir and Max. Let's go.
Appreciate you, bro.
I was there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is welcome you to the 8th Players Convention.